Hello everyone, I'm Kristel and Celemin from the Batangas State University, Alangilan Campus, taking Bachelor of Science in Information Technology from the section 2105. This video is all about the tutorial for the packet tracer. Hello guys, welcome to my packet tracer tutorial. So the first thing that I will do is I will put the devices. So I will pick PC. I will put 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the next that I will put is the switch. I will use the 2960 switch because it has 24 ports. So same as here. Then I will put a router. So I will use 2911. So the first thing that I will do is I will configure my switch. So I will use a console cable. So I will connect PC0. I will use the RS232 connect to switch 0 console. So our PC0 and switch 0 are now connected via console cable. So we will now configure the switch 0. So we will click on the PC0, then the desktop, terminal, then OK. Enter. So now we have here a switch. So we will now put enable. Enable. We are now in the user exec mode. So we put enable to go to privilege exec mode. So enter. We are now in the privilege exec mode. So the greater sign a while ago is the symbol for the user exec mode. So the hashtag symbol is symbol for the privilege exec mode. So what we will do is configure the switch. So I will now put configure terminal. Then we will change our host name. Our host name is right now is the switch. So we will change that. So we will put host name space um, anything you want. So I will put mine as IT building. So we can see here that the switch a while ago became IT building. So the next thing that we will do is to put a password. Password is for the security. So we will now put enable secret. Secret because we need to be secured. So secret is for encryption. So enable secret space anything password that you want. So I will put packet, say packet. So enter. Then we now have a password. So we want to see we want to see where it is stored. So I will go back to the privilege. So the shortcut for going back to the privilege is Control C. So Control C, then enter. We are now in the privilege exec mode. So I will show to you the running config. Running config is where our our data goes. Config, so enter. So here what we do a while ago. So the next thing that we will do is to put password again. So before that, we will go back to global exec mode. So config T or configure terminal, then line console 0, console 0. 0 because in programming, we start counting at 0 and 0 represents as 1. So enter. So before we go to privilege, we need to, or in user exec mode, we need a password for security purposes. So we will put password, space, or anything password that you want. So let, let's say I put tracer. So enter. Then I will need to command it as login. Then the line VTY 0 space 15. So 0 space 15 because our switch has 16 ports. So 0 15 0 because it is in programming it is 1. Then enter, then password again. The password that we use above is the same password that we will put. So we put a while ago the tracer. So tracer is will also put there. Then login again. Command login. Then we are now in the global exec mode. So we need to go to privilege exec mode uh, to see or to see the password that we entered. So the shortcut again is Control C, then enter, then we will exit in the privilege exec mode. So exit, type exit. So here now are the password. So for this password, the last password that we put. So the last password that we put is the tracer. So you can see what I'm typing because it is uh, encrypted. So next is the enable. Then the first password that we put. So that is the packet. So after that, I will show again to you our running config, that is show running config again. Running config. So Now we can see that our password is not encrypted. So we can see our password. To encrypt that, we'll enter, we'll enter, we will enter, then config t to, to go to global, config t, then we will, to encrypt our password, we will type service password encryption, encryption, so enter. We will now show if you will see if our password now are encrypted. So we need to go back to privilege exec mode. So that's Control C, then enter. Then show running config. Show running config. Now we can see that our password are encrypted. So let's proceed to next. So we will go back again to global. So that's config t. Then we will put a banner. So the banner is what we are see in the beginning. So let's put banner MOTD. So quotation. So anything you want to see in the start. So I'll put do not enter. Then after that, we will go back to privilege exec mode. So that's Control C. Then enter. Then we will exit. We will show. I will show to you if our banner is printed. So exit. That is our banner. We see the banner here. Do not enter. So let's proceed to the next. So the password, just type the password, then enable, then the password again, then we will copy our running config to the startup config. So our running, the data that we are typing right now is stored in the running config. So the running config is stored in RAM, or the random access memory. So if we turn off our device or our computer, our configuration will be deleted. So that's why we need to copy our running config to startup config. Startup config is stored in NVRAM. So NVRAM is, it can save it. So even though our computer will turn off, so it will save. The next is to save that. So copy running config to start up config, config, enter. So right now we will see if the running config is copied in the startup config. So right now, uh, we will show startup config. Startup config. That's it. The running our running config before is copied in the startup config. So that's so let's uh, proceed to the next. So we will put reload. Reload is just like a restart. We will then we will wait for it. So our banner is still there and the password. So let's put the password, the enable, and then the password again. So the next thing that we will do is to erase all our in the startup config. That is erase startup config. Config. Then enter. So then we will reload or restart. Then enter. We will just wait for this one. Enter. We can see that our host name go back to switch because we erase all the data in our startup config. That's why it it uh, it go back. So let's type enable, then switch, then show startup config. Config. So we see that startup config is not present. So we delete it a while ago. That's why it is not present. So that's it for the configuration of our switch. So now let's go to the configuration for our router. So we will connect our PC using the straight through line. Our PC, uh, we will use the fast Ethernet 0. Then fast Ethernet 0 is this one. Then this one here. We will connect our switch to our router to have a connection. Then here we will uh, use the gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Then we will connect also this to PC fast Ethernet 0 0 fast Ethernet. Then our switch to the router. So the first thing that we will do is to put IP address of our uh, computer. So click the PC, then desktop, then IP configuration, then put the IP address that you want. So I put 192.168.1.1. So let's just click here the subnet mask. It is the default subnet mask. So let's put again, so anything you want, the subnet mask. This PC also we will put the IP address. So that 2.1, then the subnet mask, then this PC3, 192.168.2.2, then the subnet mask. So our PC now has IP address. So now we will configure our router. So just click the router, then CLI, then no or N, and enter. So now we are in the user exec mode in the router. So the first thing that we will do is to enable to go to privilege exec mode. We are now in the privilege exec mode. So we will go to global exec mode by typing or entering the config T or the configure terminal. Then interface gigabit gigabit ethernet ether, ethernet 0/0. So I use 0/0 for this one, for the line for our switch, and the switch 0 and the router 0. So after that, enter, then we will put the IP address. So IP IP address space, the IP address that you want, 168 to the dot 1.0. Enter. So no shot. So no shot is uh, to change our state to up. So no shut or no shutdown. Enter, then enter. So we are done in the gigabit 0/0. So just like what we do, uh, we will do again for the interface gigabit ethernet 0/1. So we will type interface gigabit gigabit ethernet 0/1. So enter, then IP address. That is for the switch and for the switch 1 and for our router 0. So the IP that I will put is 192.168.1.2.0. So I forgot here the 25. So something I forgot in above. So we will just first uh, to repeat the command 255. I forgot to write to. So right now, we will configure now our router. So let's click the router, then select, then no or n. So we'll put enable, then the config or the configure terminal, then interface gigabit ethernet, gigabit uh, ethernet, then 0/0. So the first that we will put IP address is the gigabit ethernet 0/0. Then we will write the IP address, IP add or and any IP address that you want. So 192.168 and .1.11. So then the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, then enter. So then the no shot. So the no shot is to change the state to up. Then um int gigabit all again or um interface interface gigabit ethernet for the 0/1. So a while ago we set the IP address for the gigabit ethernet 0/0. So right now we will put the IP address for the gigabit ethernet 0/1. So let's type IP add. So I will write my IP add as 192.168.2.11. So then the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then enter, then the no shot again. Then we will exit, enter, then the do WR for for saving. So we are done. So we will put the default gateway for the PCs. So what we will put in PC 0 and PC 1 is the IP address that we put in the gigabit Ethernet 0/0. So that is 192.168.1.11. So same as PC1. So that is 192.168.1.11. So in PC2 and PC3, we will put the default gateway as the IP address that we write in the gigabit ethernet 0/1. So that is 192.168.2.11, the same as PC3. 192 again. 192.168.2.11. So we are done now in configuring our switch and the router. So now we will see or test our network if they have a connection. So let's put here in PC0 and PC2. So let's wait for the result. So right now we are done in configuring our router. So we will try if we do is correct. So let's start. So let's in we will see or if the PC0 and the PC2 has a connection. So it is we see here at successful. So another thing how to see here is so choosing the PC0, we will see if it has a connection in PC2 and PC3 by the command prompt. We'll type ping, then the IP address of the PC2 and the PC3. So that is 192.168.2.1. So we have the connection. So if we receive 4 replies, so it means we have the connection. Then the PC3, let's try the PC3. 2.168.2.2. So let's wait for the reply. So we only have 3 replies. So let's repeat. So now we have the 4 replies. So uh, um, we test that our configuration are correct, and the PC that we do has a connection. That's all for this video. So I hope that you learned something, and see you on my next videos.